Hello and welcome to the Tournament Center. I'm Randy Buehler here with Brian David-Marshall. We've just finished watching the 2008 Magic the Gathering World Championships, and congratulations to Antti Malin. He takes $45,000 and the title home with him to Finland. We'll actually talk to Antti in a few minutes, but first let's talk about all the other things that happened this weekend in Memphis. What do you think the headline is, other than Antti?
Aside from the individual World Championships, I think the headline has to be Shuhei Nakamura making it all the way across the finish line. He started last December
in Stuttgart
when he won the Grand Prix.
Yes.
You make all these jokes, he's the Player of the Year frontrunner. But with the exception of a couple-week window where John Finkel was the Player of the Year frontrunner,
right.
Shuhei Nakamura has led the whole way with an ever-narrowing gap down the stretch as a pack of hungry players chased him down.
Olivier Rouel made a run. Luis Scott Vargas made a run.
Marcelo Carvalho even made a run, but they all fell short in the end.
So Shuhei Nakamura is your Player of the Year. Another big title handed out this year, Rookie of the Year. Aaron Nicastri from Australia wins that title. He also got Australia through to the team finals. They were runners-up, though, so congratulations to Aaron Nicastri, Rookie of the Year. Speaking of that team competition, title heads back to the United States.
Paul Cheon, Sam Black, and U.S. national champion Michael Jacob, had an excellent tournament. They fought Japan in the semifinals.
That was just
a titanic matchup. I mean, it's sort of a little bit of a letdown in some sense. In the coverage room,
that it's the semifinal.
This is the finals you want to see.
I think so.
And
Masashi Oiso, the Japanese national champion, had vowed he was going to bring the team title back to Japan. Hadn't been there in a couple of years. Team USA has won its fair share of national team titles as well. Neither one of them was happy to see Switzerland sneak into their tournament last year. They met in the semis. The United States wins. They go to the finals, and it was Paul Cheon clinching it in a really crazy legacy matchup of that team constructed. But Cheon wins. Team USA wins the title there as well. Then all eyes turn back to the individual tournament. Jamie Park was looking to complete a clean sweep of major events on behalf of the United States. Jamie had a rough matchup in the quarters, a rough matchup in the semis, but he got through to the finals, where he got paired up against Antti Malin. Now, Antti Malin had his own rough path through.
Well, Antti Malin was in the quarterfinals, was paired up with Akira Asahara.
Yes.
And Akira Asahara was playing fairies and had a fairy deck that was specifically tuned to beat other fairy decks.
Yes.
He had 4 main deck Pepper Smokes. He went 4-0 in matches, 8-0 in games on Thursday.
Yes.
Against fairies in the standard portion of the competition.
But he couldn't beat Antti Malin.
He seemed like a lock through to the finals to me when we were building our brackets before the tournament.
Antti Malin wins that matchup 3-1, goes to the semis where he takes on Hannes Karem, the Estonian national champion.
Who was making a run at Rookie of the Year.
Falls down 2-0. He's got to rattle off 3 wins in a row, and he does it. Sets up the final match against Jamie Park, and Jamie had 1 game that he managed to win with a really timely Jund charm, but in the end, Antti Malin wins 3-1, and let's talk to him. Let's find out how it feels to be world champion, to be $45,000 richer. How you doing, Antti?
Great, thank you.
Congratulations, Antti. Well done.
Thank you.
How does it feel?
Absolutely awesome. I definitely couldn't expect to do this well, and wow.
All right. When did you know? When was the moment where you started to realize, oh my God, I'm the Magic World Champion. I think I'm going to win this. When did that happen?
When he started to flip the top card of his deck.
On the very last turn?
Yeah, because he still had an out. If the card is Cloud Treasure, then we go to game 5.
Yeah, there was 1 card left that Jamie Park could draw. If you draw on that Cloud Treasure. But I mean, you're right up to the end, literally the last play of the game, and you're still not thinking about it. It wasn't sort of at the back of your mind?
If I would think about it, I would be too nervous and make too much mistakes.
Fair enough. So what do you think the key play was? What was the key moment? Was there, a match or a play that you thought was the key to your victory?
Well, the last game, he had 2 cards in hand when I knew that they were Underground River and Guttural Response, which he, for some reason, played other lands and not the river. So I knew absolutely what he had in hand. So I could play in his upkeep, break Cryptic Command, tap his Cloud Treasure, and drop a card, so he doesn't get the extra card. Then
That's a good play.
Obviously he plays the Guttural Response, which I can safely spell to the Sprite, because he doesn't have other cards. Otherwise I would have to sacrifice the Glen Elendra, but now I knew that the Stuttgart is free to go.
All right.
How is $45,000 going to change your life?
Not much. I don't have to take that much loan to buy an apartment.
Oh, buy an apartment, fair enough. And then travel the world next year for the Pro Tour, yeah? That should be a lot of fun.
I'm still just level 6, but
that's plenty. Well. You get appearance fees, invites. Should be a fun year.
Come on, Invitational. Come on, Invitational.
It's funny. All right, well, hats off to you. It was a great weekend full of magic. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So from the Tournament Center, on behalf of world champion Antti Malin, Brian David-Marshall, goodbye, and we will see you next time from Pro Tour Kyoto.